Hey, what's up? I want to get stuck straight into this before I forget what I really want to talk about. Yes, I'm going to go over the schedule, but what I really want to talk about is, and you've probably heard this many times if you're into polyphasic sleep, is I found that I really do need to know my why and stay connected with my why because when I'm up in the middle of the night and I don't really know. Okay, I know there's a vague sense of, yes, I want to get things done and I want to be productive, but why? Like, why? What? Like, what's the whole point of this? When I'm not really connected with that, it's easy to be like, yeah, I think I might just. Why don't I just go back to bed? And the reason I say that is because the other night I felt that way. Why don't I just go back to bed? And then I read one of my emails and something happened on a project and I needed to, it was like, something happened. It was a little bit of an emergency on a website. A particular client is launching a new charity and I needed to do something. And it was like, oh, it gave me a jolt. And all of a sudden, that tiredness, it was gone. Like I was no longer tired. I had something to focus on, something that needed to be done. I needed to take care of it. And it just got me thinking, like, how I just got really curious about that. Like, what happened to that tiredness? Was it even real? Like, was it just suggestion? And, that whole thing of that's why hypnotism works because of suggestion. And so, yeah, that just got me thinking. So, what I've been doing is during my wind down period, rather than just watching YouTube aimlessly, I've been getting a sheet of paper and just jotting down like why, what am I doing, drawing little mind maps, what I want for myself, where am I headed, like what do I think the outcome of that is going to be, not just what do I want, but why do I want it. The motivational mechanism will always have us move towards what we believe to be in our best interests. And we will always move away from what we believe will bring us harm and pain. And that's just the way the motivational mechanism works. So I want to be more connected with my why, more connected with my values. And one of my values right now is enthusiasm and getting really in tune with what invigorates me, what I'm enthusiastic about. And just thinking about it now just makes me think more about being connected, being around more people, and that kind of thing. So that's something to keep in mind when doing this. So I think I have a sneaky suspicion there was something else to do with that, but maybe I've forgotten it. Maybe it'll come back to me. So anyway, we left off round about this time. I think it was round about the 23rd of March. So since then, what happened was I found that I just wasn't getting REM in my nap. And it just seemed like, okay, I get more REM in the second core, so I just stopped taking the naps because I was just getting much more REM in the second core, waking up feeling that little bit more refreshed, and then just not needing the nap in the afternoon, which was good because I got a full hour break here, this period in between, which was nice. Been sitting out in the garden, getting some sun. And so I thought, okay, that'll be it then now. Okay, it's biphasic sleep now for me. Until what has recently started to happen is slowly but gradually, I'm just no longer tired at my sleep time. I'm just lying there, completely awake, wired, to the point where it's just a waste of time and I've been just getting out of bed and working. And I can see where this goes because at this point I could say, all right, let's stop the biphasic experiment and let's just go into flow. Allow myself to just be awake if I'm wired. an alert, just allow myself to be awake. Maybe I go to bed at 11:30, 1:30, and just sleep. And I know what's going to happen because I'm just going to go back into monophasic. And under the monophasic schedule, what I found is that I'm just not as productive. So I only managed 4 Pomodoros on Friday, 6 on a Thursday. Today I'll probably do 4, maybe 5. So I'm going to stick with it. What I need to do is build up a little bit of sleep debt to build up that initial point of feeling tired enough that when I go to bed at 9:30, 10 p.m., within a few minutes, I'll be asleep. And that's one of the things I really do love about doing these schedules is I know when I go to sleep, within a few minutes, boom, I'm asleep. And one of the things about this biphasic routine is when that alarm goes off at 2:30 in the morning, I've got to focus, and not that I've got to, I mean, I have something to focus on, and it's just so much easier to just get up, get dressed, boom, 3 Pomodoros, boom, 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 go back to sleep. With a monophasic routine, it takes me much more longer to get into the day, and it's just so I don't want to let it go is what I'm trying to say. Now, so what's happened is the biphasic led to me just sleeping longer and not being tired enough. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go back maybe to trying the polyphasic and see how that goes. There's going to be some fatigue. I know it because I had a few days here when I was really fatigued. Here, where I had to take a nap at 10:15, I had to take a power nap. I think it may have been due to my gym routine. I was doing some heavy squats around this time. I think it took a lot out of me, so maybe I need to take a look at that. So yeah, just wanted to check in with you. So from this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to polyphasic and see how that goes, see if I can stick to the schedule, see if I can have fun with it. I'll leave it there. So yeah, this is a long thing. It's not 4 weeks and then you're adapted and that's it. It's more of a 3-4 month thing. And I'm probably going to start my next video with what I'm about to say is that I don't want to talk about polyphasic sleep forever because almost nobody is doing it. Mostly because, I mean, first of all, if you've got a partner, I don't think you'd have to have a very understanding partner to put up with you waking up in the middle of the night and going back to bed at 6 a.m, disrupting their sleep. So there's that. And the other thing is it helps if you work from home. If you don't work from home, then, you know, it's harder for you to pick and choose your schedule. So there are other topics I want to talk about. I want to broaden the topics out. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll leave it there. Hope you got something from this. Catch you in the next video. Peace.